In the last video, we installed the Joplin desktop client, connected it to our self-hosted Joplin server, enabled end-to-end encryption, and confirmed that sync was working. So at this point, the technical setup is complete. But this is where things actually start to get interesting. Because Joplin isn't just a note-taking app. If you organize it the right way, it can become a powerful personal knowledge base, something you can use to store ideas, documentation, research, or even your entire second brain. In this video, I'm going to show you how notebooks and tags work, how to add attachments and images, and how to structure your notes so they're actually useful long-term. Let's jump in. The first thing to understand in Joplin is notebooks. To make this easier to follow, I've already created a few sample notebooks, notes, and tags. Let's start with the notebooks over here on the left. Think of notebooks like folders for your notes. For example, you may have notebooks for any kind of archive projects, some meeting notes, projects that you're working on, reference material, or technology. Inside each notebook, you can create as many notes as you want. One nice thing about Joplin is that notebooks can also be nested, so you can create a sub-notebook to organize things further. For example, inside of the technology notebook, you could have stuff like Unraid, or networking, or Docker containers. It's really easy to create. Find the notebook you want it in, right-click on it, do New Notebook, and type in the title for the new notebook. There you go, nested notebook, quick and easy. This structure makes it easy to group related information together. But notebooks are only one part of the organization system. The real power comes from tags. Tags give you another way to organize your notes. Unlike notebooks, which work like folders, tags are flexible labels that can be applied to any note. A single note can have multiple tags, which makes it much easier to find later. For example, you might create tags like archive, Docker, documentation, how-to, Linux, etc., that kind of stuff. Let's open a note. A single note can have multiple tags, which makes it much easier to find later. If you notice down the bottom of this note, there's 2 tags listed down here. So instead of trying to remember exactly which notebook something is in, you can simply click the tag and see every related note instantly. So simply click on the tag on the left, it filters them out, you'll see the results up here. This becomes especially powerful as your note collection continues to grow. Creating a new note in Joplin is very simple. Just click on the new note at the top and give it a title and start typing. Joplin supports Markdown formatting, which makes it easy to structure your notes. You can create things like headings, bulleted lists, checklists, code blocks, links, and more. And if you prefer a visual editor, Joplin also includes a rich text editor, so you can switch between the two depending on your preference. To do that, it's right up here in the top right. Currently it's on Markdown. Click on the little pencil with a little pad of paper. Switches to the rich text editor. You can simply click it to toggle back and forth between the two. For most people, it only takes a few minutes to get comfortable with it. Another powerful feature in Joplin is the ability to attach files directly to notes. Adding attachments is extremely easy. You simply drag the file, drop it into the note, and Joplin automatically stores it within that note. This works for things like images, PDFs, documents, and other files. Images can even be displayed in line inside of the note, which is really useful if you're creating documentation or tutorials. Once again, same process. Find the image, drag it in. Because these attachments are stored inside of Joplin, they also sync across all of your devices through the Joplin server. One feature that many people overlook is the ability to link notes together. Let's go up to our archive notebook. You'll see I've got a note in here for a completed project example. Let's put a couple links in here. To do that, you're going to place your cursor where you want the link to be, which I'm going to go right underneath completed projects. We'll go up to Tools, drop down, we'll click Link to Note. Now it brings you a search box. You just type in the note you're looking for. I have this web project that I finished up. Start typing it. It'll filter it. You find it. You click it. There's the link. Another way is if you have the note in the list, you can just simply drag it in and drop it into the editor. For this, I'm going to go to All Notes. I'm going to find my mobile app development. Click, drag it in, drop. Just like that. Joplin automatically creates the link. It's very handy. And here's another small bonus tip a lot of people miss. When you link one note to another note in Joplin, it automatically creates something called backlinks. That means if I open this note, I can see every other note that references it. So over time, your notes start formatting connections automatically, turning your note system into a small knowledge base. This lets you connect related information across different notes. But to see them, you must be in Markdown mode. You'll see here we've got the completed projects links. If we click on that link, it'll take us to the completed project for the website redesign. And then from here, you can see the other links that link to other documents. We can go to Server Setup Guide, Useful Commands. They're all linked together. It's very nice. Backlinks, we just start going backwards. Another example, you might have one note explaining your Unraid server setup and another note documenting Docker containers. You can create links between those notes so that they reference each other. Over time, this creates a network of connected knowledge, which makes it much easier to navigate large collections of notes. This concept is one of the foundations of what people call a personal knowledge base or a second brain. Once you start using notebooks, tags, attachments, and links together, Joplin becomes much more than a simple note app. It becomes a place where you can store documentation, ideas, troubleshooting notes, project plans, or anything you want to keep long-term. And because you're running it on your own self-hosted Joplin server, all that information stays under your control. No subscriptions, no cloud lock-in, just your notes synced securely between your devices. If you followed along with this 3-part series, you now have your own self-hosted Joplin server, secure end-to-end encrypted sync, and a system for organizing your notes effectively. From here, it's really just about building the habit of capturing and organizing information. If you found this series helpful, let me know down in the comments. And if you're interested in more self-hosted tools like this, make sure you're subscribed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.